Metaphors and symbolism. Metaphors and symbolism are powerful storytelling tools. Manipulators use metaphors and symbolic elements within their narratives to convey abstract concepts or evoke specific associations. Metaphors can simplify complex ideas, making them more relatable and memorable. Symbolism can trigger subconscious connections, influencing individuals' interpretations and emotional responses. Narrative structure and persuasive arcs. Manipulators structure their narratives strategically to maximize persuasive impact. They employ narrative arcs, including exposition, rising action, climax, and resolution, to build tension, create emotional investment, and guide individuals towards their desired outcomes. By skillfully crafting the progression of the story, manipulators enhance its persuasive potency, credibility, and authenticity. The credibility and authenticity of a story greatly influence its persuasive power. Manipulators understand the importance of presenting stories that are believable and resonate with individuals' experiences. By establishing credibility through relatable characters, vivid descriptions, and consistent narratives, manipulators enhance the likelihood of individuals accepting and internalizing the intended message. Ethical considerations in storytelling. While storytelling can be a powerful tool, ethical considerations must guide its use. Manipulators should be mindful of the potential for manipulation or deception when crafting stories. Respecting individuals' autonomy, avoiding fabrication or distortion of facts, and ensuring the narratives align with ethical principles are essential when employing storytelling techniques. Conclusion. Storytelling is a potent technique in manipulation, allowing manipulators to shape perceptions, elicit emotional responses, and influence individuals' thoughts and behaviors. By understanding the principles and techniques of storytelling, manipulators can craft narratives that engage, persuade, and guide individuals towards their desired outcomes. However, it is crucial to apply storytelling techniques ethically, respecting the autonomy and well-being of individuals. Introduction. Beliefs and attitudes form the foundation of individuals' thoughts, opinions, and behaviors. In this chapter, we will explore the techniques and strategies manipulators employ to manipulate and shape individuals' beliefs and attitudes. By understanding the mechanisms of belief formation and attitude change, manipulators can effectively influence individuals' perspectives and guide them towards their desired outcomes. Understanding beliefs and attitudes. Beliefs are deeply held convictions or acceptance of something as true or real, while attitudes are evaluations or feelings towards objects, ideas, or people. Manipulators recognize that beliefs and attitudes strongly influence individuals' decision-making processes and behaviors. By understanding the factors that shape these cognitive constructs, manipulators can effectively target and manipulate them. Selective exposure and confirmation bias. Selective exposure refers to individuals' tendency to seek out information that supports their existing beliefs while avoiding contradictory information. Manipulators exploit this bias by presenting information that confirms individuals' pre-existing beliefs or attitudes. By reinforcing individuals' existing perspectives, manipulators strengthen their influence and make it more challenging for contradictory information to penetrate their cognitive framework. Cognitive consistency and dissonance reduction. Cognitive consistency theory posits that individuals strive for internal consistency among their beliefs, attitudes, and behaviors. Manipulators leverage cognitive consistency by creating situations that induce cognitive dissonance when individuals experience a conflict between their beliefs or attitudes and their behaviors or new information. Manipulators then offer solutions or arguments that alleviate the dissonance, thereby shaping individuals' beliefs or attitudes to align with their desired outcomes. Social influence and conformity. Social influence plays a significant role in shaping individuals' beliefs and attitudes. Manipulators utilize various forms of social influence, such as social norms, peer pressure, and authority figures, to manipulate individuals' beliefs and attitudes. By framing their desired outcomes as socially accepted or endorsed, manipulators leverage the power of conformity to guide individuals towards their intended beliefs or attitudes. Emotional manipulation. Emotions strongly influence individuals' beliefs and attitudes. Manipulators exploit this by evoking specific emotions that align with their desired outcomes. They use emotional appeals, such as fear, excitement, or empathy, to sway individuals' beliefs and attitudes. By associating their desired beliefs or attitudes with particular emotional states, manipulators create a stronger emotional investment in their intended outcomes. Rewards and incentives. Manipulators often employ rewards and incentives to shape individuals' beliefs and attitudes. By providing tangible or intangible rewards for adopting specific beliefs or attitudes, manipulators motivate individuals to align with their desired outcomes. These rewards can be in the form of social approval, status, financial incentives, or other benefits that individuals value. Authority and expertise. The credibility and authority of a source strongly influence individuals' beliefs and attitudes. Manipulators position themselves or their messages as coming from trusted experts or authorities. By leveraging their perceived expertise or aligning their desired beliefs or attitudes with respected figures, manipulators increase the likelihood of individuals adopting their intended perspectives. Repetition and priming. Repetition is a powerful technique in shaping beliefs and attitudes. Manipulators repeatedly expose individuals to their desired beliefs or attitudes, increasing familiarity and acceptance. Additionally, priming techniques are used to activate associated concepts or attitudes that make individuals more receptive to the manipulated beliefs or attitudes. By strategically priming individuals and reinforcing their desired perspectives, manipulators solidify their influence. Ethical considerations in manipulating beliefs and attitudes. While manipulating beliefs and attitudes can be a powerful tool, ethical considerations must guide its use. Manipulators should respect individuals' autonomy, avoid coercion or manipulation that harms individuals or goes against their best interests, and provide accurate and unbiased information. It is important to balance the pursuit of influence with ethical responsibilities and considerations. Conclusion. Manipulating beliefs and attitudes is a key aspect of persuasion and influence. By understanding the mechanisms that shape individuals' beliefs and attitudes, manipulators can employ various techniques to shape perceptions, guide decision-making, and sway individuals towards their desired outcomes. However, it is crucial to apply these techniques ethically, respecting individuals' autonomy and well-being. Subliminal messaging. Introduction. Subliminal messaging is a controversial and often debated technique used in manipulation to influence individuals' thoughts, behaviors, and decision-making processes. In this chapter, we will explore the concept of subliminal messaging, its potential effects, and the ethical considerations surrounding its use. By understanding subliminal messaging, manipulators can make informed decisions about its appropriateness and effectiveness in their persuasive efforts. Understanding subliminal messaging. Subliminal messaging refers to the presentation of stimuli below the threshold of conscious perception, aimed at influencing individuals' thoughts or behaviors without their conscious awareness. Manipulators recognize that subtle cues presented outside of conscious awareness can bypass critical analysis and directly influence individuals' subconscious minds. Perception and subliminal stimuli. Subliminal stimuli are typically presented through visual or auditory channels, often in a brief and fleeting manner. Manipulators carefully select these stimuli to align with their desired messages or objectives. While the conscious mind may not register these stimuli, they can be processed by the subconscious mind, potentially influencing individuals' thoughts, attitudes, or behaviors. Controversies and debates. Subliminal messaging is a topic of controversy and ongoing debate. Critics argue that its effectiveness is limited or non-existent, while others express concerns about its ethical implications. Manipulators must consider the diverse perspectives and evidence surrounding subliminal messaging and make informed choices about its use in their manipulation strategies. Potential effects of subliminal messaging. Research on the effects of subliminal messaging has yielded mixed results. Some studies suggest that subliminal messages can influence individuals' attitudes, preferences, or choices. However, the magnitude and longevity of these effects remain subjects of debate. Manipulators should critically evaluate the available evidence and consider the context in which subliminal messaging is employed. Subliminal priming. Subliminal priming is a specific application of subliminal messaging where subtle cues are presented to activate certain concepts or associations in individuals' minds. Manipulators use subliminal priming to shape individuals' perceptions, attitudes, or behaviors by subtly influencing their subconscious thoughts or emotions. Careful selection of priming stimuli is crucial to align with the intended manipulation goals. Ethical considerations in subliminal messaging. Ethical considerations play a significant role in the use of subliminal messaging. Manipulators should respect individuals' autonomy, privacy, and well-being. Transparency and informed consent are essential, as individuals may have varied responses to subliminal stimuli. It is important to avoid using subliminal messaging to exploit or manipulate individuals against their best interests. Regulatory frameworks and legal aspects. Different countries have varying regulations and legal perspectives on the use of subliminal messaging in advertising and communication. Manipulators should be aware of the legal frameworks governing subliminal messaging in their respective jurisdictions. Compliance with applicable laws and ethical guidelines is crucial to ensure responsible and ethical use. Considerations of effectiveness. The effectiveness of subliminal messaging remains a subject of debate. Manipulators should carefully evaluate the available evidence and consider alternative persuasive techniques to achieve their desired outcomes. Relying solely on subliminal messaging may not yield the intended results, and other forms of persuasion and influence should be explored in conjunction with or as alternatives to subliminal messaging. Transparency and ethical transparency. Transparency and ethical transparency are essential when employing subliminal messaging. Manipulators should clearly disclose the use of subliminal messaging if it is deemed appropriate, allowing individuals to make informed choices and providing an opportunity to opt out if desired. Maintaining open and honest communication ensures that individuals are treated with respect and their autonomy is preserved. Conclusion. Subliminal messaging is a controversial technique used in manipulation to influence individuals' thoughts, attitudes, and behaviors. While its effectiveness and ethical implications are subjects of debate, manipulators should consider the diverse perspectives, legal aspects, and ethical considerations when deciding whether to use subliminal messaging. It is important to prioritize ethical conduct, respect individuals' autonomy, and rely on a comprehensive range of persuasive techniques. Neurolinguistic. Program ing, NLP. Introduction. Neurolinguistic programming, NLP, is a psychological approach that explores the connection between neurology, language, and patterns of human behavior. In this chapter, we will delve into the concept of NLP and how manipulators can utilize its techniques to influence individuals' thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. By understanding NLP principles, manipulators can effectively apply its strategies in their persuasive efforts. Understanding neurolinguistic programming, NLP. Neurolinguistic programming focuses on the interplay between the mind, language, linguistic, and patterns of behavior, programming. NLP suggests that by studying successful individuals and modeling their strategies, one can achieve desired outcomes and influence others effectively. Manipulators recognize the potential of NLP techniques to shape individuals' perceptions and guide their behaviors. Rapport and mirroring. Building rapport is a key aspect of NLP. Manipulators establish a connection with individuals by mirroring their verbal and nonverbal behavior, such as body language, tone of voice, or language patterns. Mirroring creates a sense of familiarity and trust, making individuals more receptive to the manipulator's influence. Anchoring and triggering emotional states. Anchoring is a technique in NLP that associates specific stimuli with emotional states. Manipulators utilize anchoring to create triggers that evoke desired emotions or responses in individuals. By consistently pairing a particular stimulus, such as a gesture or a word, with a specific emotional state, manipulators can elicit those emotions in subsequent interactions to influence individuals' thoughts or behaviors. Language patterns and persuasive communication. NLP emphasizes the importance of language in influencing individuals' perceptions and thought processes. Manipulators employ language patterns, such as presuppositions, embedded commands, or hypnotic language, to subtly guide individuals towards their desired outcomes. By skillfully crafting their communication, manipulators shape individuals' thoughts and attitudes without arousing resistance or suspicion. Reframing and shifting perspectives. Reframing is a technique used in NLP to change the meaning or context of a situation, altering individuals' perspectives and interpretations. Manipulators utilize reframing to reshape individuals' beliefs, attitudes, or perceptions. By offering alternative interpretations or highlighting different aspects of a situation, manipulators guide individuals towards their desired conclusions or responses. Strategies for modeling success. NLP encourages the modeling of successful individuals and their strategies to achieve desired outcomes. Manipulators study and emulate the behaviors, communication styles, and thinking patterns of successful individuals. By adopting and applying these strategies, manipulators increase their effectiveness in influencing others and achieving their intended goals. Using submodalities. Submodalities are the finer elements of sensory experiences, such as visual images, sounds, or internal self-talk. Manipulators leverage submodalities in NLP techniques to influence individuals' perceptions and emotional responses. By modifying or manipulating submodalities, such as changing the size or brightness of mental images or altering the tone of internal self-talk, manipulators can shape individuals' experiences and influence their thoughts or behaviors. Ethical considerations in NLP. Ethical considerations play a crucial role in the application of NLP techniques. Manipulators should use NLP principles responsibly, respecting individuals' autonomy and avoiding manipulative or harmful practices. Transparency, informed consent, and the ethical use of language patterns and influence techniques are paramount when applying NLP in persuasion or manipulation. Respecting boundaries and consent. Manipulators must respect individuals' boundaries and obtain their informed consent when applying NLP techniques. It is important to recognize and honor individuals' autonomy and personal agency. Consent should be sought for any interventions or techniques used, and individuals should have the freedom to opt out or discontinue their participation at any time. Continued education and personal growth. Manipulators using NLP techniques should engage in ongoing education and personal growth. It is essential to stay updated with the latest developments in NLP, including ethical considerations and best practices. A commitment to personal growth ensures that manipulators use NLP techniques responsibly and effectively in their persuasive efforts. Conclusion. Neurolinguistic programming, NLP, offers manipulators a range of techniques to influence individuals' thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. By understanding NLP principles and employing its strategies, manipulators can shape perceptions, establish rapport, and guide individuals towards their desired outcomes. However, it is crucial to apply NLP techniques ethically, respecting individuals' autonomy and well-being. Ethical considerations and boundaries. Introduction. Ethics and boundaries are vital aspects to consider when engaging in manipulation and persuasion. In this chapter, we will explore the ethical considerations that manipulators should adhere to and the importance of respecting boundaries in their interactions with others. By understanding and upholding ethical principles and boundaries, manipulators can ensure responsible and respectful use of their influence. Respecting autonomy. Respecting individuals' autonomy is paramount in ethical manipulation. Manipulators should recognize and honor individuals' right to make their own choices, free from coercion or manipulation. It is essential to provide individuals with accurate information, allowing them to make informed decisions based on their own values and interests. Avoiding harm. Manipulators should prioritize the well-being and avoid causing harm to others. This includes refraining from manipulating vulnerable individuals or exploiting their weaknesses. Ethical manipulation seeks to empower and uplift others rather than inflicting emotional, psychological, or physical harm. Informed consent. Obtaining informed consent is crucial when engaging in manipulation. Manipulators should be transparent about their intentions, methods, and potential outcomes. Individuals should have the opportunity to fully understand the manipulator's objectives and make a voluntary decision to participate or disengage. Respecting privacy. Manipulators should respect individuals' privacy and confidentiality. Information shared in the context of manipulation should be handled with care and kept confidential unless explicit permission is given to disclose or share that information. Respecting privacy builds trust and fosters a safe environment for open communication. Maintaining boundaries. Manipulators must establish and maintain appropriate boundaries in their interactions. It is important to recognize and respect individuals' personal space, emotions, and boundaries. Crossing these boundaries can undermine trust, damage relationships, and lead to unethical manipulation. Avoiding exploitation. Ethical manipulation avoids exploiting individuals for personal gain or malicious purposes. Manipulators should not take advantage of others' vulnerabilities, fears, or insecurities. Instead, they should aim to empower individuals, help them make informed decisions, and support their personal growth. Continued learning and self-reflection. Ethical manipulators engage in continued learning and self-reflection to refine their skills and enhance their ethical practices. They stay updated on ethical guidelines, engage in self-assessment, and seek feedback to ensure they are using their influence responsibly. Self-reflection allows manipulators to examine their intentions, biases, and the potential impact of their actions on others. Accountability and responsibility. Ethical manipulators take accountability for their actions and the consequences of their influence. They accept responsibility for the outcomes of their manipulation and are willing to address any negative impacts that may arise. Accountability helps maintain integrity and encourages manipulators to act in a responsible and ethical manner. Seeking mutual benefit. Ethical manipulation aims to create win-win outcomes where both parties benefit. Manipulators should strive to ensure that their influence enhances the well-being of others and contributes positively to their lives. A focus on mutual benefit fosters trust, cooperation, and long-term relationships built on ethical foundations. Conclusion. Ethical considerations and maintaining boundaries are essential aspects of responsible manipulation and persuasion. By respecting autonomy, avoiding harm, obtaining informed consent, and maintaining appropriate boundaries, manipulators can engage in ethical practices. Continued learning, self-reflection, and accountability support the development of ethical manipulation skills. Upholding ethical principles ensures that manipulation is used responsibly, respecting the autonomy and well-being of individuals. Reverse psychologue. Influencing behavior indirectly. Introduction. Reverse psychology is a psychological technique that involves influencing individuals' behavior by suggesting the opposite of what is desired. In this chapter, we will explore the concept of reverse psychology and how manipulators can employ this technique to indirectly shape individuals' actions and decisions. By understanding the principles of reverse psychology, manipulators can effectively guide individuals towards their desired behaviors while maintaining an appearance of opposition. Understanding reverse psychology. Reverse psychology capitalizes on individuals' natural tendency to resist direct influence and assert their autonomy. By presenting a reverse or counterintuitive message, manipulators stimulate individuals' inclination to oppose or rebel against that message. This subtle manipulation technique can lead individuals to act in a manner that aligns with the manipulator's desired outcome, creating a desire for autonomy. Reverse psychology works by tapping into individuals' desire for autonomy and control. When individuals are presented with a message that opposes their desires or beliefs, they are motivated to assert their independence by doing the opposite. Manipulators leverage this desire for autonomy to guide individuals towards behaviors or decisions that align with their hidden agenda. Indirect suggestions and obstacles. Manipulators use reverse psychology by presenting indirect suggestions or obstacles that discourage individuals from taking a particular course of action. By subtly discouraging or opposing a desired behavior, manipulators spark a reaction in individuals that drives them to prove their autonomy by engaging in that very behavior. The apparent opposition becomes a motivator for action. Perceived rebellion and opposition. The perception of rebellion or opposition is a key element of reverse psychology. Manipulators intentionally create a scenario where individuals feel the need to challenge or defy the suggested course of action. This perceived rebellion gives individuals a sense of empowerment and control, leading them to act in a way that aligns with the manipulator's hidden agenda. Timing and context. Timing and context are crucial in employing reverse psychology effectively. Manipulators carefully select the appropriate moments and settings to introduce the reverse message. By understanding individuals' emotional states, motivations, and situational factors, manipulators can increase the likelihood of the desired behavior manifesting as a reaction to the reverse suggestion. Maintaining plausible deniability. To ensure the success of reverse psychology, manipulators often maintain plausible deniability. They may disguise their true intentions by appearing genuinely opposed to the desired behavior. This helps create an environment where individuals perceive the manipulator's opposition as authentic, increasing the effectiveness of the technique. Tailoring the approach. Different individuals may respond differently to reverse psychology. Manipulators need to tailor their approach based on individuals' personalities, motivations, and past behaviors. By understanding individual differences, manipulators can adapt their reverse psychology techniques to maximize their influence over specific individuals or groups. Ethical considerations in reverse psychology. Ethical considerations are critical when employing reverse psychology. Manipulators must ensure that their use of reverse psychology does not cause harm or manipulate individuals against their best interests. Respecting autonomy, transparency, and providing individuals with the opportunity to make informed decisions are important ethical principles to uphold. Conclusion. Reverse psychology is a powerful technique that manipulators can employ to indirectly influence individuals' behavior. By presenting a reverse message and stimulating individuals' desire for autonomy, manipulators guide individuals towards behaviors or decisions that align with their hidden agenda. However, it is essential to apply reverse psychology ethically, respecting individuals' autonomy and avoiding manipulation or harm. Humble bragging. Subtle self-promotion. Introduction. Humble bragging is a manipulation technique that combines elements of humility and self-promotion to subtly boast while appearing modest. In this chapter, we will explore the concept of humble bragging and how manipulators can utilize this technique to influence others' perceptions and shape their own image. By understanding the strategies and psychology behind humble bragging, manipulators can effectively promote themselves while maintaining a veneer of modesty. Understanding humble bragging. Humble bragging involves making a seemingly modest statement that masks a hidden intention of self-promotion or seeking validation. It combines elements of humility and boasting, allowing manipulators to highlight their achievements, qualities, or experiences, while appearing modest or self-deprecating. Humble bragging aims to influence others perceptions without overtly bragging or appearing arrogant. Striking a balance. Successful humble bragging requires striking a delicate balance between self-promotion and modesty. Manipulators must carefully craft their messages to create a sense of modesty while subtly conveying their accomplishments or desirable attributes. Striking this balance is essential to make the humble brag appear genuine and avoid arousing suspicion. Creating a relatable story. Humble bragging often involves presenting achievements or experiences in the form of a relatable story. Manipulators weave narratives that incorporate their successes or unique opportunities while simultaneously highlighting relatable challenges or drawbacks. By framing their self-promotion as part of a relatable journey, manipulators engage others and make their accomplishments appear more attainable. Vague statements and implication. Humble bragging often relies on vague statements and implication rather than direct boasting. Manipulators make subtle references to their achievements, qualities, or experiences without explicitly stating them. By leaving room for interpretation, manipulators allow others to fill in the gaps and perceive them in a positive light without feeling directly targeted by bragging. Utilizing self-deprecation. Self-deprecating humor or comments can be an effective tool in humble bragging. Manipulators use self-criticism or downplay their accomplishments to create a sense of modesty. By presenting themselves as flawed or humble, they disarm potential criticism or envy while subtly promoting their achievements or qualities. Feigning authenticity. Humble bragging requires a level of authenticity to be effective. Manipulators must convincingly present their statements as genuine expressions of modesty rather than deliberate self-promotion. Feigning authenticity and avoiding overly rehearsed or contrived humble brags helps maintain credibility and prevents others from perceiving the manipulation. Managing social validation. Humble bragging seeks social validation and recognition from others. Manipulators strategically choose situations or audiences where their humble brags are likely to elicit positive responses. They may leverage social media platforms or group settings where others are more likely to provide validation and affirm their accomplishments or qualities. Awareness of others' reactions. Manipulators employing humble bragging techniques must be attuned to others' reactions. It is important to gauge how their statements are received and adjust their approach accordingly. Paying attention to nonverbal cues, feedback, and the overall social context allows manipulators to refine their humble bragging techniques and adapt to different individuals or situations. Ethical considerations in humble bragging. While humble bragging can be an effective manipulation technique, ethical considerations should guide its use. Manipulators must be mindful of potential deception, the impact on others' self-esteem, and the intentions behind their humble brags. Transparency, honesty, and empathy are crucial when employing humble bragging to ensure respectful and ethical communication. Conclusion. Humble bragging offers manipulators a subtle yet effective means of self-promotion while appearing modest. By carefully crafting messages that strike a balance between humility and self-promotion, manipulators can shape others' perceptions and influence their own image. However, it is important to employ humble bragging ethically, respecting others' feelings and avoiding deception. Labeling.